Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, and today I'm going to kind of give you guys a play-by-play on what I think we're going to do in the next few segments. So, remember how I said at some point during my YouTube videos this year, I had some really great content planned out for you guys? Well, I'm thinking more about this one, and it has a lot to do with the video where I mentioned about a competition between Samsung and Apple, so Android and Apple, to top it off, and how we're going to do the battery tests. So we're going to start out, and when both batteries get low. Now, if one gets low before the other, we'll see then. But the reason why this sparked this really badly is at first it was dormant. So I've been having some problems with my iPhone 17 Pro, and I'm kind of starting to switch off to Android, and that's how it's going to end up going. So the first thing I'm going to do is, before I switch completely over, we're going to do a comparison of the two battery tests between Android and Apple. Now, back in 2018, a family member, and this is when I was 17, maybe 18, a family member had given me a Google Pixel to try out for a few days, and I ended up liking it to a degree, although I was used to Apple, and I was glad to return the phone because that's just something that I'm used to. So overall, between the period of 4 and 5 days, I've charged it up Sunday when I received it because my iPhone 7 was completely destroyed, which means the charging port was completely messed up. So I ended up getting to experience a Google Pixel and was able to therefore use TalkBack for a period of 5 days. From Sunday to Friday, the overall battery level was 54%. Never needed charging or anything like that. Never bothered plugging it in, honestly. So I brought everything back, brought the charger, everything in case if I needed a charger, brought it back home, and returned the device with some charge. Meanwhile, the iPhone that I've been using, one of them being the main phone that I use, gets down to about 20% at least 1 to 2 times a day. So that's because I have my screen always open in case if I need to do something or to get Siri to quit with the notifications when I have my AirPods Max on. So that's the reason why, but I didn't think it would drain that much power. So what I'm doing is I am taking care of business, and we will see between Android and Apple, between the two different iPhones, the iPhone 17 Pro, iPhone 16e versus the Android. Now, I have been doing mild testing between iPhone to iPhone, and the iPhone 16e is currently beating the iPhone 17 Pro. And the iPhone 16e had reached 20% 2 days later, simply because I don't use that phone very often, and the iPhone 17 Pro had reached 20% about 45 minutes later. But the simple fact that the iPhone 16e always beats the 17 Pro is astounding, considering less battery life. So we have two iPhones going at it, and now we're about to have two Androids going at it in the near future, and it'll be Android versus Android, and then it'll be Android versus iPhone. Which one will win? So I haven't really decided. I haven't really debated. There's really no debating, no deciding. Do I want to switch to Android? I don't know. It depends. I mean, the one thing that's kind of messing up for me for the iPhone 17 Pro is YouTube. So if I go into YouTube and all of that, it lags for me, and it's completely humiliating. My iPhone 16e doesn't do that, and the screen has been locked for practically nearly the whole day. So the apps that I have on my 17 Pro, if I decide to offload them and never use them and use the other phone and switch, then that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. But will that save me from getting an Android? Probably not. But it might hold me off for a little bit. But I'm still going to get the Android to see what I'm going to do and do some tests, battery tests and everything. So you guys are going to hear some stuff in action, and whatever device I'm recording on will not be tested, because the device I will be recording on will most likely be the iPhone, like one of the iPhones, and never the Android. So I wanted to give you guys an update on what I said I was going to do and how I'm going to do it. But I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Stay safe. Hope you guys weathered the storm, and take care.